Hey guys, YouTuber 100 here. Alright, and this is a subject that I've kind of wanted to talk about for a little while. In this video, I'm gonna give my opinions on how I felt about Triple H's reign of terror, as some people refer to it, from 2002 to 2005, when he was the like when he had that huge run with the World Heavyweight Championship. A lot of people have really talked about this and really have said that they just hated this. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I did too. And yeah, I'm going to give my opinions on on how I really felt about this in this video. And also, at the end of this video, I'm gonna be announcing my plans for the month of July this year, because yeah, I told you guys before that I do have another movie review series planned for July. So yeah, at the end of this video, I'll announce what that is. Alright? Well, Triple H's reign of terror, yes, people have just really hated on this for so many years. And yeah, I can definitely see why. This just had so many things to hate about it. Yeah, the first thing, of course, is just how Triple H was really just awarded the championship in September 2002. Yeah, this was the week after SummerSlam that year, and yeah, the night after SummerSlam, Brock Lesnar decided to just be exclusive to SmackDown with the WWE Championship, which was then Undisputed Championship, and when he just decided to get to SmackDown and be exclusive to SmackDown, it was just changed to the WWE Championship. And so Eric Bischoff brought back the World Heavyweight Championship to give Raw its own world title. And he just handed the belt to Triple H and awarded it to him. I know that Triple H actually did win the number one contender spot for for the Undisputed title before Brock Lesnar made his decision to go to be exclusive to SmackDown with the title. So, I don't know, I guess you can kind of say in a way Triple H sort of earned it, but really that was for a number one contender spot against Brock Lesnar for the title. With him being awarded with this, I felt that there was really a lot of stuff they could have done better with this. They could have had some kind of tournament or battle royal or something to actually have Triple H actually win the belt in a match rather than just being handed the title. Yeah, I can definitely see why people really may not have liked how Triple H was just awarded the title rather than actually winning a match for it. And yeah, and after this, there's some people that I've heard some people say that this was the reason that they liked SmackDown better than Raw. Well, during the Ruthless Aggression era in 2002 through 2005, and I could see why they would like SmackDown more with this going on. And I still did enjoy Raw despite that I hated this so much. Actually, yeah. And Triple H, after this, he just really looked dominant, just beating everybody. He just did not want to lose this title to anybody. He did lose the title to Shawn Michaels at Survivor Series, but of course, just regained it the following month at Armageddon. And yes, this was the reign right here. This reign of his with the title, this was the one that just so many people hated, and yes, I did too. Triple H just seemed to have this reign going on forever. Just month after month beating people. Well, and just retaining the title, and yeah, sometimes he would just get disqualified or just do other things to have him hold on to the title. You know what he did at Royal Rumble and Judgment Day, getting himself disqualified in the matches with Scott Steiner and Kevin Nash. And yeah, also during this time, during this reign, this was when Triple H did what he does with his burial of the former WCW stars. Yeah, during this reign, he beat Scott Steiner, Booker T, Kevin Nash, and Goldberg. I mean, yeah, I mean, Triple H was just like constantly burying all of the former WCW talent. And yeah, people have really complained about this. I mean, yeah, people have like said Booker T should have won the title from Triple H at WrestleMania that year. And you know, of course, like Triple H couldn't do it. And yeah, I remember like when I was at SummerSlam, I really wanted to see Goldberg win the title in the Elimination Chamber, but of course, like Triple H couldn't do it, and yeah, he retained and won the Elimination Chamber. But then, yeah, he did drop it the next month to Goldberg at Unforgiven, and but of course, then later on at Armageddon, he of course won it back by again pinning Goldberg for it when it was like the triple threat match with Goldberg, Triple H, and Kane. And yeah, of course, Triple H had to pin Goldberg to win the title. Well, and, oh man, I mean, yeah, I just really hated this. I mean, yeah, Triple H just like what he did with just burying all the WCW former WCW stars. I mean, yeah, with the win that he got over Scott Steiner, and yeah, his win over Booker T at WrestleMania, him defeating Kevin Nash in the Hell in a Cell with Bad Blood that year, and then him like regaining the title here from Goldberg. I mean, oh, man, just hated this. I know, of course, we also have what happened at WrestleMania 31 with his BS with him defeating Sting. So yeah, Triple H just going from former star after former star of WCW and just burying one after the other. Yeah. And at least like Triple H did kind of like take a break from the title in 2004 after he lost it to Chris Benoit. Like he was still in the championship matches, but he didn't win. Like took until Unforgiven in 2004 for him to finally get the title back, and of course just continuing. And even like during that time, like when you had like Chris Benoit as the World Heavyweight Champion, like you could see like WWE really like didn't like put that much like like what should I say? They didn't really like put that much interest into Chris Benoit as the champion, because I mean during that time there were like a lot of the other stuff going on that really seemed like WWE cared more about. I mean, we had like that love triangle with Matt Hardy, Kane, and Lita, and we also had like the stuff with Evolution and Eugene. I mean, I think this just shows like WWE really didn't have like that much interest in Chris Benoit as the World Heavyweight Champion. And then, of course, like just 4 weeks after Randy Orton won the title at SummerSlam, fulfilling his destiny, of course, Triple H, boom, has to, of course, become the champion again. And then this is the thing that I just, oh man, I just really, like, was like, what was the point at all? I mean, the title got vacated in December 2004 when we had the triple threat match with Triple H, Chris Benoit, and Edge. And then, like, there was the double decision when, like, Chris Benoit had Edge in the crossface, and then Edge, like, rolled through it and had Benoit on a pin. But at the same time as the pin was counted, Edge tapped out. So, yeah, because of that, like, the title was vacated, so it looked like they were actually, like, going to crown a new champion, and then they got the Elimination Chamber match for the vacant title at New Year's Revolution, and it looked like they were going to crown a new champion, but no. Triple H just won the title back. So, I mean, what in the world was even the point of Triple H even, like, losing the title and having it vacated in the first place? I mean, oh man. I think it just shows, like, the ego Triple H has. I mean, he just could not, like, lose the title. He didn't want to lose it. I mean, he just, like, had to, like, hold on to it and just, yeah, I mean, as if it was, like, his wife or child. I mean, seriously, I mean, what was Triple H's deal? I mean, can he, like, give anybody else a chance for this? Yeah, but thankfully, this reign of terror finally ended at WrestleMania 21 when he lost the title to Batista. So, I mean, yeah, I think that's probably one of the reasons why Batista is as praised as much as he is was afterwards, and even like to an extent, some people still try to praise him today because I mean, yeah, Batista was the one that finally ended this reign of terror from Triple H. But I mean, seriously, I mean, if you add up all 5 of Triple H's World Heavyweight Championship reigns, he held that title for well over 600 days. So that's basically almost 2 years. So, yeah, I can definitely see why people really hated this. I mean, myself included. I mean, I just really hated this. I hated just every single time. Like, especially like his second reign when he had from December to September. Yeah, I mean, I just was like wanting him to lose the title. I mean, it just seemed like he held it forever. Ever. I mean, I was just like, when is he freaking going to lose this title? I mean, because there were like multiple times where he really should have lost it. I mean, he should have lost the belt to Booker T at WrestleMania, but he couldn't. He really, like, SummerSlam really should have been when Goldberg won the title from him. But of course, Triple H like had to beat Goldberg first before Goldberg even beat him, and then Triple H of course had to do it again when he regained the title from Goldberg at Armageddon. You know, I mean, yeah, I mean, just like I think Vince McMahon probably has like the biggest ego in the industry, but I think Triple H is really a close second. I mean, it just shows like how much of an like with this reign of terror just really shows how much of an ego Triple H really has. I mean, I wouldn't even have been surprised if he would have actually like gotten like Brock Lesnar to tap out to the Kimura during like their feud in like 2012 or 2000 and 2013. I mean, yeah, because that really explains the ego that Triple H really has. And yeah, this was really just yeah, this pretty much is a prime example of the freaking ego that Triple H had, and even like still does sometimes today. I mean, oh, I can really understand people's frustration with this, and yeah, I mean, just yeah, Triple H just burying like former WCW talent, burying his like, old friends. I mean, yeah, I mean, he just won after Randy Orton fulfilled his dream. I mean, Triple H was like one of his mentors. Triple H just had to freaking beat him for the title at the next pay per view. And also have like when Kevin Nash, one of Triple H's friends, and yeah, I mean yeah, Triple H and Kevin Nash were like part of the clique back in the day with like Shawn Michaels and X-Pac and all of them. And, yeah, and of course like Triple H, since Kevin Nash was also a former WCW star, Triple H just couldn't allow Kevin Nash to go over, and yeah, Triple H beat Kevin Nash also. So I mean, there were just a bunch of things that people could complain about this. I mean, it's just awarding of the title, you know, his burial of other stars. I mean, yeah, you can definitely like complain about a lot of things, and yeah, I understand why people would really hate this because I mean, yeah, I hate it, and yeah, I've just seen a lot of videos of other people that have hated it. There are comments about it on YouTube videos of people hating it. Yeah, I mean, just it, and that's totally understandable. I mean, this was just, oh, I freaking hated this so much. And yeah, I mean, yeah, you can pretty much like tell me if you really hated this also because I mean, I know that there's like pretty much going to be a lot of people that really are saying that they do hate it, and yeah, it's just, oh man. I mean, you could have like had a lot of other like build up a lot of other stars if it wasn't for Triple H's ego during this time, but because of his ego, it just totally prevented it from happening. Like RVD could have been made into a rising, like a bigger star if he would have actually become champion. Could have done it with Kane. Could have done it with like I don't know. I mean, yeah, there were like a lot of people that you really could have done this with, but because of like the freaking ego and attitude Triple H has, you of course just couldn't do it. Oh man, so yeah, I mean that's just really all I have to say about it because I mean, yeah, I mean everybody pretty much has riffed to death about this, so yeah, I really don't think I have to say much else about this. So yeah, that's just really how I feel about Triple H's reign of terror, as people say. All right, So yeah, that's all I really have to say about it. But okay, now that I'm finished with that, now I'm gonna announce what I'm gonna be doing for the month of July this year. So yeah, this year for July, like I was like a few months ago, I was just like sitting down and just thinking to myself, can I do of something that I really haven't really talked about before and really haven't done anything for. And yeah, because I mean, I reviewed like Disney movies and like the Pixar movies, done Star Wars, done like Batman, Superman, Marvel. So yeah, I've done like, stuff on other um like certain things that I have kind of touched on before. But I was just thinking like, what can I really do of something that I really like haven't talked about before, and something that I'm really not kind of copying Nostalgia Critic on, because yeah, I did do like the Pixar reviews, kind of like similar to what he did in his 2012 December, and I also did also like the Marvel movies, which was kind of like sort of what he did this past year for Disney December. And so yeah, and I saw like he reviewed the animated DreamWorks movies and like what he called DreamWorksuary back in February 2013. So I didn't want to really copy him, but I was thinking just what could I really do that I really haven't done before and really was not copying Nostalgia Critic on. And then my thoughts then turned over to Nickelodeon. Because, yeah, obviously when I was a kid, Nickelodeon was like one of the channels that I was watching a lot, and yeah, and don't act like you didn't either. I mean, if you were been a kid for basically the last maybe like 20, 30 years, yeah, you know that you also watched Nickelodeon a lot too as a kid. And yeah, Walt Disney, it was like kind of like the big movie company for kids. Nickelodeon was really more of the TV show company for kids. I mean, with Disney and its TV shows, they don't really like have like that many TV shows that were really like big hits. While Nickelodeon, they did like have a lot of shows that were really like hits for a lot of kids. And of course, Nickelodeon also did make a lot of movies like during that time. You know, like Nickelodeon has like had its share of movies over the years. And yeah, movies really haven't like been any masterpieces and not really like that big of hits. But I mean, for kids, I mean, the movies are some of them anyway can still be really enjoyable. So I've decided that for the month of July, I'm gonna be going over Nickelodeon movies. Yeah, and yeah, I decided that I wanted to look over the Nickelodeon movies, but I mean, yeah, the problem with this is like really with Nickelodeon movies, it's just really like there's a many of them. I mean, and there are movies that have been released in theaters. There have been movies that have been made for TV. There's movies that have really just like been direct to video. I mean, yeah, Nickelodeon, it has really like they've really done like a lot of movies over the years, but yeah, I'm not really gonna really go over every single Nickelodeon movie that's ever been made, because I mean, it's just like, it would be like maybe filling up the entire month, and maybe even like, if I were to read all of them, I mean, it would even like take up even more than the month. I mean, that's how many Nickelodeon has really made. And, and, so, yeah, what I've decided to do for these Nickelodeon movie reviews is that I am going to go over the Nickelodeon movies, but I'm only going to be going over the ones that are really just like the most well known, that people really do seem to remember for better or for worse. And yeah, what I mean by this is I am definitely going to be reviewing every Nickelodeon movie that actually like has a show of it also, also. So yeah, well, going over stuff like Rugrats, Hey Arnold, SpongeBob. I mean, yeah, movies like that. Movies that have actually had their a TV show for the movie also. But it's not just strictly for that. I mean, I will be going over other Nickelodeon movies also, but yeah, it'll be of ones that are just really, once again, the ones that people really seem to remember for better or for worse. So yeah, movies like Good Burger, Snow Day, Nacho Libre. I mean, yeah, movies like that. So yeah, that's yeah, and yeah, and just to like kind of just like sort of like let you guys know more about what my like the movies that I'll be reviewing are like really are, to be more specific. I'm gonna have like some conditions for these Nickelodeon reviews that I'll just go over right now. All right, number one, the movie it has to have actually been produced by Nickelodeon. So no movies that were made from other companies, and Nickelodeon has the rights to the movie. So yeah, stuff like Hugo, Failure to Launch, Natty's Home, yeah, none of that. Two, no, yeah, no movies from like shows that may have been played on Nickelodeon, but Nickelodeon didn't actually make the show, or if they did make the show, the movie was made from another company. So yeah, no. So yeah, no, like not the Flintstones movie, not the Inspector Gadget movie, because I mean, yeah, those I remember those shows. They were like played on Nickelodeon in the past, but yeah, they weren't actually like shows that were made from Nickelodeon, you know, or were the movies actually made by Nickelodeon, and no Doug's first movie either, because yeah, the show Doug, it did actually like yeah, like the original Doug was actually a Nickelodeon show, but yeah, when like Doug's first movie was made, that was like part of the Disney version of Doug. So yeah, no Doug's first movie and no Madagascar either, because yeah, Nickelodeon did have like the Penguins of Madagascar show, but yeah, Nickelodeon didn't make the Madagascar movie, so yeah, no Madagascar either. All right, three, no made-for-TV films. I'm gonna review either. So, yeah, no, like not the Fairly Odd Parents movies. Whether it's like Abracadabra, Channel Chasers, Grow Up to Be Turner. Yeah, no Fairly Odd Parents movies. No like that Acorn Nuts and Diaper Butts Rugrats movie that was really kind of like the prequel to the Rugrats in Paris movie. Yeah, or stuff like the origin of Donnie Wild Thornberry's movie that was made for TV, and like not Drake and Josh movies, iCarly movies, yeah, yeah, or any documentaries like Mad Hot Balloons or anything. Yeah, my reviews are strictly for like theatrically released films. So yeah, the movie must have actually been released in the theaters, and my this series for reviews. All right, four or not going to be going over like films that were already like had other films or TV shows that were made before that weren't from Nickelodeon. So yeah, I won't be reviewing like the live action Charlotte's Web or like the new Ninja Turtle movies that Nickelodeon has now made, because yeah, those weren't actually originated from Nickelodeon. So yeah, yeah, my reviews are for like films for that were actually like originated from Nickelodeon. So yeah, five, the film must have been released in like nationwide, in theaters, like not select ones. Like I know Nickelodeon has like made movies that have been released in select theaters, but yeah, not reviewing any of those. Like for all the movies I'm reviewing, they must have been released nationwide in theaters. All right, and six, it's the movies that are based on Nickelodeon shows are all eligible for these reviews, regardless if like the show aired before, during, or the movie was made before, during, or after the show aired. So yeah, like with the Rugrats movies, they all like took place like as the show was aired. So yeah, those films are eligible, and yeah, stuff like yeah, there are like other movies here also, like yeah, it doesn't matter if like the movies were made like before the show was actually debuted, or like during the time the show aired, or after the time the show like original run had ended. So yeah, all the movies based on Nickelodeon shows are eligible regardless of when they were released. Is during the time of the show, before, during, or after. Yeah, anytime. All right, so yeah, that's so yeah. So I hope that guys like kind of gives you like more info on like the type of movies I'm going to be reviewing. So yeah, like I said, these will just be for the most well-known Nickelodeon movies, these that have been released theatrically. All right, so yeah, and like I said before, after I get through with this in July, after July, yeah, after this, I will kind of try to take a break away from making movie reviews because, yeah, as I said before, I know there's probably like some of you guys that are getting tired of me making all these series of movie reviews. So yeah, after I get through with this, I will like try to take a break from these movie reviews for a few months. So, right, but yeah, all right. So stay tuned for the month of July for my reviews of select Nickelodeon movies for the month that I like to call Nick Julidian. Yeah, yeah. I guess I'll give it like a creative name, like Nostalgia Critic has done with Disney Summer and DreamWorks and all that. Yeah, this month will be the month of Nick Julidian. So yeah, stay tuned for Nick Julidian coming up. All right. So anyway, all right. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys enjoyed this video on like my thoughts on Triple H's Reign of Terror, and yeah, stay tuned for all these Nickelodeon reviews coming in July. Alright, so anyway, alright, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.